So the question of today is music affecting the dating culture these days? It's your man, Mike DeLoach, here bringing you another episode of Conversations Over Music, where we have those music conversations. And today we're gonna get into it, you know what I mean? And think about it, you know what I'm saying? Right now, social media, YouTube, there's a big platform for dating and relationships and dating advice, you know. And sometimes I ask myself like, dang, why is YouTube so flooded with like dating advice? You know what I mean? And shout out to Ron Wills, you know what I'm saying? Because he goes into the fact that every guy's experience is different. Whereas one guy may have trouble getting women, you got a guy on the other extreme who have trouble getting women off of him. You know what I'm saying? Have trouble making a decision who he gonna call that night. Not to say who he gonna call, because they gonna be hitting him up. He gonna be having trouble like, dang, which one I'm trying to chill with. You know what I mean? But in general, you know what I'm saying? It seems like there's a lot of, like I said, dating advice out there, right? You know what I'm saying? And of course, we don't have the traditional marriages going on like, we used to have back in like the 70s and 80s or whatever. You don't see people staying married for 20, 30 years no more. They'll be lucky if they get 10 this day and age. You know what I mean? Excuse me, but the thing is, man, is it the music? You dig? And let's think about it, because like I said, back in the 70s and the 80s, they had, that music where they're making love to a woman and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And granted, economics has a lot to do with it too. And we're going to kind of touch on that, but that's a video for another day. But economics has a lot to do with it too. But like I said, let's try to tie that in this video though. So here it is. Back then you had men taking care of the home, taking care of the household. You know what I'm saying? And they talked about having that one woman. And then fast forward, hip hop came into play. Granted, I do believe the intent hip hop, when it was definitely first introduced, it was all about consciousness. It was all about trying to, in a way, empower black culture. You know what I'm saying? But with knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You have movies like, oh gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It was with Omar Epps, Higher Learning. You know what I'm saying? You have movies like Higher Learning where they were like on that consciousness. You know what I'm saying? It was all about the mind. But like I said, that kind of turned into, and nothing against these artists and no shit against these artists, but you had, songs back that ass up. You know what I'm saying? So like the songs became more sexualized. You know what I mean? And then I was checking out something today from Roger Curry, how he was talking about, you had the era of sluts. You know what I'm saying? So I think about, okay, yeah, you had the era of sluts, and then you got music like Back That Ass Up. You know what I'm saying? Which, like I say, it was sexualized type of music that started coming out. You know what I'm saying? Granted, it was still talking about having sex with a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I guess the early 90s kind of brought in that sexualization of like the music. You know what I'm saying? You start to see the videos where women is not as fully clothed as they used to be maybe in the 70s or 80s. You know what I'm saying? And so now you got that kind of seduction that's been added to it, and like I said, got a little more aggressive in the late 90s. I guess that's a term we can use. But here, after in the 2000s, you had like I say, the Make It Rain eras, which with that Make It Rain era, you had like the growth of strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? And so now here it is, like women are making money. It's like, yeah, guys have gotten to that space where they're able to make money. They still able to provide it and be the man and whatnot. But here it is, with that sexualization added to it. Now you got people in the strip club, making it rain. You know what I'm saying? And then with that, women got smart. Like, all right, cool. Well, shoot, I'm getting paid to dance. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you started getting more of like the independent type of women. You know what I'm saying? And granted, you know, as far as women's independence, that has a lot to do with aspects of feminism and, like I said, just different stuff like that. But that also tied into the economics of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, now women are starting to make money on their own, right? So now you starting to have artists kind of like more your Nicki Minaj's and your Cardi B's and your Meg Three Stallions. I think a lot of these women kind of came within that independent woman era, but more on the music scene. But when it comes to dating, you kind of got these women like, okay, now I'm making money. Now I don't necessarily look at this man as the sole provider, as that breadwinner. Like, I can make my own bread. Like, nigga, I can buy you if I. Women started having that mindset. Like, I can buy me a nigga if I want to. And you would have some women who would do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure there's been some guys that's been out there with that girl, and like I said, she may have been a little better off. Nowadays, you hear people talk about, the homosexuals, the guys and women that's looking just to have sex to have a roof over their head. But sometimes you may have had that woman who, like I said, was that breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, some guys don't, like I said, that chick then probably try to take you shopping one time. You know what I'm saying? Try to upgrade your, your dress. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, women had that mindset. Shoot, I can buy me a nigga if I want to. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like I say, I think that's kind of how you got, like I say, your Cardi B's and your Meg Three Stallions and whatnot, and kind of get to the point where you got some women who feel like they can low key chump a nigga off. You know what I'm saying? But and I really don't listen to a lot of these younger cats. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Baby, the Baby. I never really got into Rod Wave. Um, Rest in peace, Mo 3. But like, I feel like a lot of the music now too with the younger generation, and it's still kind of on like the flashy type of lifestyle, like having the money, having the cars, you know what I'm saying, and having the jewelry, and like I say, still kind of living that fast life, you know what I'm saying. So here it is, you have an aspect, and I feel like that's part of the genre that's dominating the game, or that's more or less being presented to us. You know what I'm saying, and so they're not more or less talking about like dating. You know what I'm saying? Or what it is to be in a relationship with a woman, maintaining a relationship with a woman, or hell, even just hitting and quit it. Because like I said, you got a lot of guys who talk about this hitting and quit it, and that could be more or less, I guess, within the rap culture as far as guys. Whenever they do talk about the women, it's more of a hit it and quit it type of deal rather than, okay, I'm looking to find me, you know what I'm saying, my soulmate, for lack of a better word, but you know what I'm saying, my main squeeze, whatever the case may be. You don't really hear that so much in and like the rap music. Like, I think back then, when I say back then, like the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, you would have some artists who, yeah, they were on that like hustling type shit. You know what I'm saying? But every now and then they'll throw a little song in there for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? They'll throw a little fucking song in there. You know what I'm saying? And but they kind of reminded you like, hey, yeah, I may be hustling, whatever, but hey, at the end of the day, man, I'm still kind of trying to get, what I'm saying, trying to get me a little piece. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm still out here getting some, even though I am hustling. I still do got a woman that I deal with. You know what I'm saying? But is like I said, is the music affecting the dating scene? And again, the only reason that I bring this up is because, like I said, I go on YouTube sometimes, and I may watch, a video or whatever, you know, um, but you got so many different casts that's out there talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And but like, I don't know, it makes me wonder because, like I said, I feel like music is definitely a big influence. you know, especially on younger people, those impressionable minds. You know what I'm saying? Music is definitely an influence of how they want to. I think about a lot of the young kids now. Like my baby brother is a senior in high school. I look at some of the pictures that he take with some of his classmates and whatnot, and you see a lot of them want to have the chains, man. And back then, when I was young, it was gold. So a lot of people wanted to rock the gold. You know what I'm saying? And me, I just keep it classic. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they were attracted to the gold. But that was the thing then. And then you had, now everybody want to rock the diamond. So even now, you see these younger kids, and they're willing to rock the fake diamond chain. You know what I'm saying? Just to feel, or just to have that look. But the look that's being pushed, you know what I'm saying, by the music that's out there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that could be another conversation for another day. But the fact is, like, that's how much of an influence that music has. So okay, like I say, is the music now, the way that we're making music, is that part of the reason why um, we're having trouble dating? You know what I'm saying? And is it, like I say, is it a matter of, like say, you got the young guys glorifying, you know what I'm saying, the jewelry and the cars and the clothes and all of that, you know, and on another side of it, you got women who just on like, I'm a boss bitch, and they trying to push women being boss chicks, and with the mindset like, you don't need no man because you a boss chick, you know. But like they say, don't let this shit fool you, because a lot of these women that's talking about being independent, they got men. You know what I mean? Some of them, you know. But yeah, is it partially because of the music? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I dropped the video, or maybe I haven't dropped it yet, but I'm dropping the video either way. Either it's dropped before this or it's dropped after this. But it talks about R&B coming back, you know, and I'll get into my reasons as to why I believe R&B will be coming back. But is that part of the element that we're missing within society to, in a way, help with the dating scene? You know what I'm saying? And people really, coming back together, men and women. You know what I'm saying? Men and women, or man and woman. But that's just my quick rant. You know what I mean? It's your man, Mike DeLoach, here bringing you another episode of Conversations Over Music, where we have those music conversations. And until next time, we're all back.